What's up, everybody? I am here with a few of my friends. Right here is Bravin, Kade, Joe, and Francis. And we're just out here at the garden here at the Ogata Children's Home. And it is such a wonderful, wonderful space. Now, when we say that this is a garden, I know that it looks kind of like a farm because it is a farm. And there's incredible, incredible crops here. But my favorite part of the garden is what happens afterwards, the cooking, the eating. And what we're reflecting on today, because we just had a beautiful meal after we've enjoyed the freshest food around, is the fact that before we get there, we've got to cultivate the crop. And here's a principle you don't want to forget. What you feed yourself, right? What you feed always is what's going to grow in your life. Now, Galatians 6 says, whatever a person sows, that is exactly what they're going to reap. And usually we think about that in like big ways, but it shows up in everyday life. It shows up in a number of ways each and every day. What you feed your mind grows. What you feed your habits grows. What you feed emotionally, that's what grows. If you feed negativity, don't be surprised when your mindset starts becoming negative, right? If you keep feeding distractions, don't be surprised when you're not focused, or when your focus is weak. And on the flip side, when you feed your discipline, when you feed the truth, when you feed the right things, that grows too in your life. Now, we talked before about Proverbs says that we have to guard our hearts because everything flows from the heart. But that means that what you allow in, that ultimately is going to show out, is going to show up in your life. So here's your reset. Take a look at what you've been feeding because your future is growing in that direction. Now, when we think about all the beautiful crops that are here in Kenya, all of this amazing food, and we see our brothers here who are growing strong. They're doing great things. God's about to bless them and take them to the levels that the eyes have not seen, ears haven't heard. It's because of the spiritual nourishment that's happening here at the Ogata Children's Home. It's because of the beauty of this land and the beauty of what it is bringing to each and every one of us. Let that be your reminder. Feed yourself the right stuff, not just the physical food, but also the spiritual food, because that is what's going to give you the power to sustain your life. I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for being here for the daily reset and tolerating me out here with the flies and the bugs. But make sure that you're with us tomorrow because each day this week, we're going to have a different reflection here in Kenya. And we're just so grateful for God blessing us with this wonderful opportunity. So everybody say hello to the camera. Hello. All right. We'll see you soon. God bless.